Здравейте, банда, и добре дошли на епизод 9 от разиграването на Black Mirror 2. Взехме ключа за стаята на Анджелина, така че сега ще влезем вътре. Да видим какво ще стане, какво ще намерим. Снимката е... Я.
Let's see.
Дали мога да затворя?
A few clothes hangers, a clothes rail.
Всичко е почистено, добре. Вратата може ли да затвориш? Така много ме дразни. Я да видим дали е оставила голям дюс и не е пуснала водата. Жените правят такива работи, знаем ги.
Nothing special. A typical hotel bathroom, like you can find all over the world.
Абе, аз трябва да се взема една бутилка роми с чай да я жуля.
A completely normal tube TV, like most folks have at home. A little cupboard. Looks rather like an antique.
Вече не повечето хора имат такива телевизори. Алкаш?
Sleeping potion.
Окей, не алкаш.
Could that be Angelina's? Maybe she was having nightmares from all that business. What the hell have I gotten her into?
Я. По-рано взехме laxatives, сега имаме
A small brownish
sleeping
bottle of a liquid sleeping preparation. 3 drops
preparation.
from dropping off.
Това не е Велико Търново, бе. Аз не съм виждал такъв модел на Велико Търново. Това по-мяза на електрон. Виж, най-вероятно нашата млада зрителка Тина не е оперирала с такъв телевизор. И не е била дистанционно на такъв телевизор, докато аз съм бил.
What's that? One of the pictures I took of Angelina. That's gotta be a clue for me. So it is. There are a few white notes on the back of the picture.
За антики, как пък не? Каква антика е това? Пълен буклук.
Strange. There are 2 sheets of writing paper, folded twice, but there's nothing on them. Either it's a secret message written in invisible ink, or the empty pages themselves are some kind of clue. But right now, though, I have no idea myself. Let's see. There, you can see a black script. Of course, a real old trick. Angelina must have used lemon juice to write with. The heat
Знаме
makes
как
the
съм
lemon
учил.
juice turn black. Ouch! Damn it. The match is burned out and there's only a tiny corner of the text that's turned visible. A few words have I need the whole note. And to do... Should I sit myself down in front of the TV and wait until I see ghostly messages from Angelina in the...
Ами Анджелина е ето тази, в която той е явно и много влюбен. Е така просто, както става в филмите и в компютърните игри.
A white painted ribbed radiator.
Но тя изчезна и ние сега трябва да я спасим.
Interesting. Several cut lemons. And there's a... She didn't eat the lemons. That much is clear. A thick-walled but relatively squat glass. A thick-walled but...
Не? Ще му дадем приспевателно ли на нашето момче, бе? Чакай. Не? Как не? Пиве,
Glass is
кавал.
half full of alcohol.
Ам,
The glass is half full of alcohol.
Айде. А. А.
Here's a few sheets of writing paper.
Хм. Да, ама... А?
That can't work. No matter if it's rum or whiskey. Even if it was meth. I need a small control.
Добре, фитил, къде ще намерим фитил? Голяма красавица е, да. Кого да другираме? Не, тя също много ни харесва. Целуна ни. Само, че вас ви нямаше. Имаше смучис.
Stunning. The most beautiful girl I've ever met.
Малумник.
I don't see anything that might be significant. Angelina must have swapped over the old picture with one of my pictures of her.
Легалцето.
A thick, heavy, and very old-fashioned bedspread. There are woolen
Ah.
threads around the edges.
Давай тредовете, копеле, да правим фитил.
I can't take the cover, but I can take the wooden thread as a souvenir.
Айде бе, бавен такъв. Направо честно. Искам да го цветам. Не мога да го понасям този. Защо е написан толкова грозно?
The woolen thread is acting like a wick and soaking up the alcohol.
Единия беше лутобиец,
Discovered the world's oldest artificial light
а
source.
този просто е шибан задник, лиглю.
Awesome. My little fire's lit. It was working like that 10,000 years ago, too. Now what do I do with it?
Съм сигурен, че точно преди 10 000 години така са... Добре, както и да е.
So, let's see. At last. There's Angelina's message.
Дайте да четем сега.
Sunday, 1600.
I don't know what's supposed to be so special about Willow Creek. It all seems so forlorn, poor and desolate.
Мютвам.
Hopefully I won't have to disappoint Darren. He's helped me so much and I only now hope that I can help him too. Sunday, 9 p.m. That Porter Murray is a damned shark. He had money off me for every single bit of info. I'm not doing that again. I'll go to the library tomorrow, and there's supposed to be a town museum too. Maybe I'll pick up something there about Darren's castle. Monday, 11 a.m. Black Mirror was built in the 14th century by the two brothers, Marcus and Mordred Gordon. The brothers argued and virtually waged war with each other. To this day, descendants of the Gordon line still inhabit Black Mirror Castle. They will, however, soon die out. The last young Gordon died 12 years ago, having committed suicide. Monday, 2 p.m. I've got something on the tree symbol that Darren discovered on Boris's ring. The symbol is mentioned in the Chronicle of the Gordon family. I also stumbled across it in the library. It's the symbol of a secret society, a kind of sect that wants to summon up dark powers and uses corpses in the process. What if Boris is one of them? Monday, 4 p.m. I found out in the pub that People believe there's a curse on Blackmere Castle and the Gordon family. Maybe I'll change the topic of my degree thesis. I'd much rather write about accursed castles, though I can't see my good Prof. Hubbard being too thrilled about the idea. Monday, 9 p.m. He's here. Reginald Boris is here in Willow Creek. I've just seen him sneaking about the hotel. What should I do? Is he here because of me? Now, of all times, right when I want to investigate the passage. I'm not going to let myself be stopped, but I'll send off some insurance.
Така, добре, интересно. Значи тук, нали, може да я вярваме наистина. Защото да се каже всичко, нищо да не реагирам. Не обичам много да говоря по време на сцени и така нататък. Добре, ясно, че Мария Кахвал и ще трябва да го подкупваме по някакви начини. Или да го разкараме по някакъв начин. Не мога. Добре, това тук е ясно. Последния млад Гордън. Тя каза, че трябва да отидем в замъка, но и в ето библиотеката и градския музей. Значи тук така трябва да я последим пътя, според мене. И тук вече се казват някакви много различни неща. Добре. Окей.
Oh man, Reginald Boris. Angelina had been doing some research, and Boris had caught her at it. Now he's holding her prisoner, and does he want to lure me to him? In Maine, he wanted to take me on a journey. Is this all about me? Whatever the reason for all this might be, Angelina doesn't have anything to do with it. She's got into danger because she wanted to help me. It's my fault if something happens to her. I ought to go into the village and listen around. Angelina was there. But I need to be careful. I don't know who might belong to this order that Angelina warned me about.
Добре.
The bed looks old-fashioned, but not uncomfortable. But I really can't allow myself a break. Huh. The bed's a little to one side, as though it's been pushed around. Maybe there's something under there. Aha, now then, the carpet under the bed has been torn up,
Това тук ли е?
and there seems to be some kind of metal cover there. I need to take a closer look at this.
Я. Айде. Do take a closer look at this. Това е някакво... О, гледай какво става тук. Ето това.
There it is. A kind of round metal cover. It was hidden under the carpet. A round metal plate, about 20 inches in diameter. Maybe copper? Oh, I can't say how thick it is, but it gives the impression of being solid and heavy.
Секс дънжъна, да.
There are 5 rings on the cover, and they turn. There's an animal symbol engraved on each ring. And in the middle of the cover, there's a handle. Ugh. It's rock solid. No chance. I probably have to set the right combination. But I don't know what it is, and there must be thousands of possibilities.
Добре, значи ще трябва да го намерим.
The carpet's been cut in 2 places, and then folded up. It doesn't seem to have been glued to the floor. I can't tell when that might have happened. Could be a few hours old. Could be...
Добре. Шкафа нещо появи ли са?
Also, when I look inside again, the robe's completely empty.
Аз мога ли да изгася? Не ми прилича на
Should I
персийски
blow it
килим, да
out?
ти кажа.
No, better not. It'll keep burning away on its own, and the matches are all just about...
Окей, просто ще оставим отворен пламък и така, добре. Да взема хартия.
Paper looks completely unused. Should I blow it out?
Каза, че може и да му трябва, така че... Добре, окей. Пак в Кенефа може да погледнем.
I'm not gonna find anything interesting in the bathroom. The room...
Добре. Просто беше активно. Окей. В нашата стая май няма нищо. Защото няма вратичка там, има само
There's nothing
лупичка.
in my room that could help me in my...
Така, тук каза, че пак не може да...
A whole load of good books.
Добре. Така. Нещо може ли да взема от тук?
I can't do a thing with the other postcards. It's already bad enough that I've been supporting Murray and his...
Добре.
I'd rather chop my hand off. No.
Добре. Окей. Това сигурно ще не трябва. Заключени кутии.
A whole row of old-fashioned lockboxes. Although
Добре.
they're only made of wood, they look like...
Така. Ами ние можем май вече да ходим някъде другаде, нали?
cards from the Willow Creek area. It's 5 minutes.
А, чакай,
How do
той...
you tell the heap's been burning?
А,
A
okay.
card from the Willow Creek area. It's marked where the murders took place 12 years ago. 5 murder locations are marked. Now, whether these had anything to do with the alleged curse...
Окей, окей.
We all know that old one.
What do you mean?
A young, attractive lady is carrying a stack of books and
What
lets
the-
them fall at the feet of the hero.
Excuse me? I'm the librarian here, so it's quite right that I should be carrying books around the place. Young? Attractive? Well, I'll accept that. But why do you consider yourself to be a hero?
You're the librarian?
Why was this written
Tell
like
me
this?
Something worth knowing about this place.
Why?
Miss,
Valley. You're American?
Darън Майкълс. Do I really sound American?
Oh, yes. Now let me see.
Аре бе,
Your
стига бе,
accent.
не
That
мога.
is, you don't sound the phoneme R at the end of
Не
the
мога,
syllable,
как можеш
or
просто...
before consonants.
Историята точно
And
стана
you have
интересна и
A sounds. That's the
един
famous
такъв
Boston
диалог, един
accent.
такъв енкаунтър.
Awesome. I really
Може да
do come
пропастя
from
абсолютно
Boston.
всичко.
I've spent half my life in books, so
Точно.
something has to have stuck.
So then you can probably tell a damn Yankee something about Willow Creek?
What do you want to know?
I'm staying at the Gordon's Palace Hotel.
Really? You're letting yourself get ripped off by that old so-and-so Murray?
The building is supposed to have had a terrible past.
That's true.
It would seem that all of the male Gordons were a little bit crazy.
The curse of the Gordons.
Please don't tell me you believe in all that hokum.
I never used to.
You English. You like your ghost stories and all that a little too much.
Аре, не мога. Не мога. Добре.
That's the obligatory village pub. It never was a great place, but since the old landlord left, it really has gone downhill. The new landlord is Tom, the chap at the chili stall. The fair will be here for a few more days yet, but I wouldn't bet that it'll be coming back again.
Така. Града запада.
Well, is there anything about Willow Creek that's worth knowing?
Not a lot. There must have been a settlement there for a good 1,000 years or so. They found remains dating back that far.
Yeah, a stone circle in a forest. So I've heard.
Yes, there's one of those. It really only kind of got going around the 13th century when there was a monastery built in the neighborhood. Also a church and the first part of a castle.
And more recently?
You're talking about the murders. That's 12 years ago now. Let's not talk about those.
Минаха 12 години? Не мога да говоря още за това. Къде отиваме? Защо? Така просто ще спреме тук на моста.
By the town hall is my empire, the library. Perhaps it's because there's otherwise so little going on here. There are plenty of people who like to and who do read a lot. Sadly, often all the wrong things. Trashy stuff and the cheapest pulp lit are in high demand.
The castle nearby, isn't that the famous Black Mirror Castle?
It certainly is. Its inhabitants have influenced things around here for centuries. Sometimes for the good, sometimes rather more negatively.
How do you mean that?
Everything around here belongs to the Gordons. In the old days, virtually everything that went on here was all decided in the castle. Just what could happen in the village, and what could not.
And who lives in the castle today?
Lady Victoria Gordon, the last of the Gordons, her old butler Bates, and her late brother's widow, Lady Eleanor. I think there are a few other servants too.
Да се върнем в замъка, няма как.
That's the museum. If you want to know more about Willow Creek, then that's the place to be. At least in the front bit.
What's in the back?
The newly opened Black Museum. Cheap special effects animation. Horror and titillation at others' expense.
Дето го обясняваш. Добре.
What's wrong with the Black Museum? Why should you get so wound up about it?
It's not about informing people. Nothing to do with knowledge. It's about putting blood and suffering on display.
I'm afraid that's what folks are interested in.
Because they want to gawk. These are the same people who would rather photograph an accident than help out. They don't share in any of the misfortunes of those behind the spectacle.
Can you help me with a symbol? A tree where the roots reach around and up into the branches. That mean anything to you?
Where do you know that from?
Нещо са така. Превъзбуди се.
You ought to forget about it again as soon as possible.
I stumbled across it in Maine, and now I'd like to know if it...
Maine? You come... But you said Boston. I've still got something to finish. Good day.
Miss Valley, listen! And she's gone. What was that all about?
И аз това се чудя. What the fuck was that all about, bro? Така, дайте да се върнем в... Той не е бързо за никъде, както винаги. Гледай го. Ходи като Батман. Okay.
The library. Miss Valley's Empire. The light is off and the door is locked. I'll have to come back later.
Разбира се, че трябва да се отдалечи и да отиде на моста.
The clock on the tower is huge. However, it seems to have stopped.
Да.
That must be the town hall. There's no church in the village, but I saw one on the way here.
Лесно, че нямат. Кой е? Тази стига.
The houses here look just as dilapidated as the rest of the place. The village comes to an end less than 100 yards from here.
Добре.
I hardly think there's a quaint alleyway, a picturesque canal, or a peaceful courtyard hidden around the corner. Actually, I'm quite sure there isn't.
Така. Въже. Винаги е добре да вземем едно въже. Дайте въже.
An old rope. It's wrapped around the pole up there, and the other end disappears into the canal. I can't make out where it leads. The water's too dirty.
Вземай го. Може и да потрябва да се обесим.
Perhaps one of the residents wants to save money by collecting some of his water from the canal.
Естествено, точно така. Нали видя, че е мръсна, бе?
The bucket is full of canal water. It seems quite clean in the
Okay.
bucket is full of canal.
Нещо... Окей. Искаме да почнем от тук. Фурно.
It looks like it's a bakery. Or was a bakery. Hard to say whether the building is still in use. It must have been built years ago. But now it looks rather untended and abandoned.
Тъжно.
An overturned beer keg. Pure show for the tourists, I reckon. Even here, they're hardly likely to still get their beer delivered in wooden barrels.
Да, така е. По-лесно е да се
I
кегове.
scarcely recognize what's on the board. It must have been written weeks ago. The wind and the rain have done their worst since then. Taking into account this country's food culture and the look of the pub, I'm not going to go to the trouble of decoding the culinary delights. The building looks like it was renovated years back, but has been completely neglected ever since. There's dirt and dust all over the walls. A hose pipe would work wonders. The pub looks anything other than promising. If I was a routine tourist, it would never cross my mind to go in there to get a drink, let alone to eat. The pub's still shut. I'll have to come back later. The pub's still shut. I don't know what these kind of windows are called. There are lots of little glass panes and a lead lattice. They're much cheaper than big panes, since you can use broken pieces in them too.
Чакай, тук някъде.
Some hand towels which have been hung out to dry. The rooms above a pub are traditionally inhabited by the landlord and his family.
Да, така е.
Even from down here, you can still see stains on the towels. But I don't need one anyway.
А, окей. Най-вероятно ще ни потрябва. Ето така може да се обесим на това въже. Може.
That's gotta be Willow Creek's bench.
Така. Панаир. Каза, че този е новия собственик.
Huh. Gas bottles. A red and a blue one. Probably to fuel the grill. But I wouldn't bet on it.
Окей. Меню. Тексас чили. В Англия.
Chili,
В нищото.
hot chili, super hot chili, Guatemalan hellish hot chili. Well, looks like they might be selling chili here.
Might be.
A chili stall. A bit tatty. A chili stall.
Аха, айде. Добре.
Hi there.
What would you like? Normal or extra?
What?
Какво?
Normal chili or extra hot chili?
I actually didn't want any chili. I only wanted to ask a couple of questions.
Nobody gets paid for just standing around.
All those other folks can wait.
Not exactly backwards and coming forwards, are we? I like it. What do you want?
Добре. Можехме все пак да се вземем едно чили. Що пак не? Къде ще е кръчмата?
Is the pub yours?
Where'd you hear that?
Miss Valley reckons it is.
You shouldn't get involved with that nutter. She's a
Ah.
few sandwiches short of a picnic.
When's the pub open?
This evening, after I've shut down the store. Those commercial Einsteins in the town hall make me keep open from 11 in the morning to at least 5 p.m. And in the meantime, I've sold just about sod all. If it was down to me, I'd have chucked all this lot here in the harbour by now. Shoved it up the Lord Mayor's arse.
Окей. Не е много
So,
доволен.
not exactly a lot going on around here then.
You think I don't know that? Crowds of folk from all over the place. Loads of hungry customers, you said. And then it's getting worse by the year.
Isn't Willow Creek also a bit too small for a fair?
Those clever pillocks in the town all had it all worked out. They reckoned that people from all round these parts would come here. It used to work out okay too. Everybody wanted to come and have a look at the murder capital. But nowadays, it's just one big loss maker.
The people just aren't gonna be drawn here by a couple of carousels and a few stalls.
And who has to foot the bill for all these fantastic ideas? Me.
Да видим
Who are
кой
you?
си ти.
What's that got to do with you?
My name's Darren. I'm studying English literature and would like to learn more about the country and its people. That sound familiar to you?
Should it?
A fellow student of mine may well have been around here recently.
No idea.
You'd have noticed her. Tall, pretty.
Haven't seen her, and I'm here pretty much all day. Hunkered down here. My name's Tom.
Том. Я кажа за
What can you
музея
tell me
си,
about the
Том.
museum?
That's another brilliant idea from the town hall. Who, I ask you, wants to see that load of old crap in there?
Никой от града не го харесва. Кажи сега за
What
Мис
can you
Вали.
tell me about Miss Valley?
She's a nutter.
Защо не я
She's been in the
харесваш?
loony bin. She belongs
Ah.
back in there too, that's what I say.
So, what's wrong with her?
She never got over what happened to her brother.
So? Come on then. What about it?
12 years ago. A series of murders. The murder that caused the biggest sensation all across the country was when little Vic Valley was killed. A little boy who was murdered by Samuel Gordon in a stone circle in the forest. And in a very nasty way, too.
That's really awful. And Miss Valley.
Well, she's the sister. She found him the next day. It really screwed her up. Stopped eating, didn't speak to anyone anymore, When she swallowed a load of rat poison, she was committed.
Oh, jeez. And in spite of all that, she's come back out now and is back living in Willow Creek of all places?
Turned up here again a few years back. The doctors reckoned it would be better for her, but once you've had roof damage, then, well, it's always gonna leak, isn't it? That's what I say.
Взе малко така, като задник.
What can
Или
you tell
много
me
така,
about
като
Willow
задник.
Creek?
No idea. I was born here and I'll die here, I suppose.
Doesn't exactly sound like there's much going on here.
So
Да.
there isn't. 10, 12 years ago, it was good here for a while. You could make good money, what with all the tourists. We all thought things were on the up, but it never was. Loads of people lost money, they invested, and then bit by bit the visitors stopped coming.
Yeah, take old Murray and his hotel, for example.
It's still kind of half okay there. He's got a finger in most things round here and takes his cut. There's plenty more, though, that really caught a cold. They went bust. 2, 3 of them hanged themselves.
I need to get on.
Ah,
Да.
I
Още.
don't mean to disturb you.
Така, добре. Ама, няма. Нека да видим тук навсякъде. Какво и къде можем
Willow
да
Creek Museum.
цъкнем.
That sign must have cost the townsfolk quite a bit.
Да. Както са
A
клати.
big barrel. It's supposed to collect. Although
Yeah.
it's always seems to have a leak somewhere. Although it's always raining here, that seems to have a leak.
Не. Ей! Добре. Тук.
The flight was supposed to be cheap, but the airport is in the middle of nowhere. The
Nowhere.
taxi here, it's more expensive than a private jet.
Calm down, Albert.
Albert.
And on top
Mm.
of that, your friend's guidebook is totally out of date.
You were happy that we didn't have to buy one. No one could have guessed that so much would change here within a few years.
Yeah. Just shut up, okay?
За немски акцент. So authentic. Alright. Гледай тук така. Всичко може да се цъкне. Почваме от разбитата витрина.
A broken display cabinet. Nothing in it, of course.
Of course.
It says Black Ball of Destiny on the sign.
Аха.
All right.
Интересно.
I'm apparently standing right next to Samuel's corpse. Other than that,
Добре.
I don't really understand why there's a globe here. I bet most of the people here haven't even seen the neighboring village, let alone the rest of the world.
Имаше пъзъл с този глобус.
An old cast iron stove. Does that belong to the exhibition? I doubt it. Reminds me of my mom's tiled stove. I always felt good when it was.
Топлят брутално, но цапат. Трудни са за чистене. Да.
A barrel, like the ones all over the village. I guess there used to be a blossoming barrel industry here. And here you can see the world famous milk churns of Willow Creek. Yay, a treasure chest! I found the treasure! Now I'm. That's just a stupid empty chest.
Така.
Looks like a cross between a Roman chariot and a lawnmower. I study physics, not agriculture.
Че беше студент по Физика.
Postcards, brochures, and advertisements from Willow Creek.
Може ли да се вземе едничка?
Here's some info about the library. Shame. The opening times aren't mentioned. And here are the
Жалко,
local places of interest.
Я да
There
видим.
seems to be a tourist information office as well as a museum, but there's nothing really interesting there.
Аха. Добре.
A guard. He looks a bit simple-minded.
Simple-minded.
Hi.
Браво.
Are you the guard here?
Oh, hello. My name is Bobby.
Oh, hello, Bobby. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Добре.
Are you the guard here, Bobby?
Yes, I have to make sure that everything runs shape here.
An important job.
Yes, Mrs. Puft at the town hall gave me the job because I'm so big and strong.
Of course. No one would mess with you, right?
No, I'm very happy that I can work here. Tom says I'm too stupid, but Mrs. Puff says I'll do a good job.
Tom from the chili
Tom is
stand
zadnik.
over there? Oh, you shouldn't worry about what he says.
But he's my brother. He looks after me, and I'm a big burden, he says.
Та заради това е толкова недоволен. Нима бавно развиваш брат, за който трябва да се грижи.
What does Tom do for you that makes you such a burden?
Oh, he does a lot. I'm allowed to stay at his place and help in the pub.
Does he pay you?
No, Tom doesn't have much money. He says I cost too much because I eat too much. But now I give him the money that I get here, then it's perhaps not so bad
Чакай, той
anymore.
нещо краде от брат си
He
ли той
takes
е
all your
кавал?
money so you can live at his place. I don't find that fair.
It's okay. It's better than having to do those other things again.
Other things?
What kind of things?
He used to make me help him doing bad things. I don't like it. I'm a guard. Guards can't steal.
Tom
Myself.
stole things and you had to help him.
Ще го е карал нещо да прави.
Oh, no. No, I didn't say that. Oh, no.
Bobby, it's okay. I didn't hear a thing.
Thank you, Darren.
Интересно. Добре. Те може би и другите знаят.
What can you tell me about the museum?
I think it's nice. I don't really like it back there, though. It's so spooky.
Do lots of people visit?
Yes. So sometimes 5 or 6 a day.
Oh. Has anyone ever broken in?
No, I keep watch.
Nights as
Добре.
well?
No, there's an alarm.
Добре. Не
Tell
знам,
me,
че има
Bobby,
аларма,
the
което е
cabinet back
нормално.
there. Has it been broken long?
Yes, Darren. For 4 weeks already.
How did it happen?
I
Интересно.
don't know. One morning I came in and it was
Аха, значи вечерта е станало.
broken.
So
No.
someone broke in and stole what was in it?
Yes, I completely forgot about that. But it's not so bad. There was just a bowl in it.
What kind of
Доста
bowl?
A big black one.
Thanks for the info.
You're welcome, Darren.
About the black ball,
Yes.
Black ball.
did the police come?
Blue ball.
No, Mrs. Puff said they aren't interested in that.
Oh. Well, who is interested in it then?
Mrs. Valley, I think. She looked at it.
Thank you, Bobby. All right, I'm out of here. See you
Добре.
around.
See you soon, Darren.
Научихме няколко нови неща.
I don't
Нещо
know
друго.
what I could ask him at the moment.
Добре. Шкаф. Нека да видим тук какво има.
Eddie would have fun with this shelf. There are normal plates, painted plates, decorated plates, and glasses with soil. I don't really want to know anymore.
То голямо бе. Добре.
A picture of a barn in the fog. I don't think the sun ever shines here in Hicksville. An old telephone, like the ones they used here in Europe at the beginning of the century. More like towards the end of the century for Willow Creek. I don't think that's part of the exhibition.
Ja. Schön.
Cleaner,
Oh.
a mop, brush, cloths, soap, glass cleaner. What should I do with that?
Добре. Не трябва.
Cleaner,
Добре. Я?
there's just that
Германците
book in the
може да
cabinet.
говорим с тях.
What does it say on the plate? Gordon Family Chronicle. Hey, that might be interesting.
Might be.
This page is full of medals. But there's a bit of text there too. And therefore our brotherhood should operate in the spirit of this great man for all time. It shall serve beyond the dominion of the church, free of all the conventions, and over and above all earthly jurisdiction. Commit yourselves only to your one aim, that you may take control of that higher power. Our great strength lies in our secrecy. We stand in the darkness, in the shadows, and look into the light, invisible to all who may impede us. For if no one knows we exist, then we cannot be stopped. Therefore, my brothers, hold to these rules. The members of the order shall not be known to one another. Only the high priest of the order shall be able to call every member by name and rank. At order assemblies, every brother shall be masked so that none may recognize him. No outsider may be informed by the order, neither purposely nor through carelessness. Be wary, my brothers. Behave inconspicuously, but be wary. The day on which you must prove yourselves will come sooner than you think. Not very fruitful. I still don't know what the order's aim is, but it seems to be one single big aim. It's gotta be on the pages before these. I've gotta get that chronicle somehow. And therefore our brotherhood should operate, it shall serve beyond the dominion of the for if the member at order as no be wary.
Добре. Трябва да го вземем. Ще го вземем. В камбана. Всички трябва да ги нацъкаме. Сега няма как.
What does it say here? The death bell of Warm Hill Church. I guess the church doesn't exist anymore. Otherwise the bell wouldn't be here. I'm not sure if this chair is supposed to be for exhausted or knowledge-hungry visitors. It's certainly not sturdy. An ancient sewing machine. I bet they sewed the curtains here with it, and then just left the thing standing where it was.
Добре. Добре, нека да говорим с жената.
Excuse me. Hi. I've just arrived in Willow Creek. Have you got any tips for me? Is there anything worth seeing?
Are you also a tourist?
Yes. You could say that.
Well, We actually wanted to take a look at the notorious sanatorium today, but some kind of freak has made a hotel out of it, and the guy at the reception tried to pawn us off with some cheap tourist rubbish. Like we were thrill seekers.
Exactly, Albert. And then he said that the ghost of this Samuel Gordon still haunts the castle. You can see him at night at the windows of the burned wing.
Естествено, как ти да не можеш.
Laughable. Anyway, we came here afterwards. We'd expected a bit more from a black museum. We'll go and see the castle afterwards. Hopefully, that's at least worth looking at.
Thanks for the information. Well, enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you, you too.
Окей. Аха, още може. С него може ли? Това го помня тук.
An endlessly long history of Willow Creek. Let's see. Willow Creek's underworld. The village of Willow Creek was founded during the time of the ancient Romans. Even back then, the river often broke its banks, turning the surrounding area into marshland. A few years after the foundations were laid, a small drainage system was constructed, which managed to alleviate the problem for many centuries. In the Middle Ages, the drainage system fell into despair and was largely forgotten. However, in the year 1867, Werner Gordon ordered the construction of a completely new drainage system in order to put a stop to the growing number of floods and resultant crop failures. This made it possible to keep the parts of the surrounding area dry and prevent the river from flooding again. Next to it is a little illustration of where the water's redirected when the level gets too high. And what's that? There's an old bunker from the Second World War here too.
Bunker.
Directly connected to the drainage system. Sounds quite unpleasant.
Така нещо имаме.
Huh. What's that?
Не.
Escritoire without a lock puzzle. It's gotta be an old model.
Да, защото ние го решихме този пазъл.
The pictures show farmers at work in the fields. Apart from that,
Не
we
беше
can't
лесен,
see
ама го
anything
решихме.
interesting.
Беше най-трудният в играта, спомен. Или един от
I'm not gonna
по-трудните.
touch it, unlike the hordes of tourists before me. I wouldn't know what to talk about.
Не бе, аз искам тук. Вау. Не бе. Оф. Влизай пак вътре. Милачка.
A shredding machine? What's that all about? Shredding machine from the garden of Black Mirror Castle. Who do the mysterious traces of blood on the inside of the shredding machine belong to? What kind of gruesome stories could this machine tell us about its former owner? In what kind of bloodthirsty crime did it play an incisive role? A mystery that will probably never be solved. BS. A shredding machine? Shredding machine? Who? What kind of group? In a BS. Huh. The window is. Huh.
Тук където. На тия падаха. От прозореца. Оп. Айде, приятелю.
This seems to be about the murder of a boy. The youngest victim of the series of murders was the 12-year-old Vic V. He was brutally murdered at a stone circle in the forest, not far from the village. Here are some pictures of the stone circle. Witness accounts, a statement from the police, newspaper clippings. It looks like people assumed it was a ritual murder at first. Heavy metal Satanists in murderous frenzy. What makes someone butcher another human being? A child at that. It must have been dreadful.
Абсолютно така.
The madman Samuel Gordon murdered the respected Dr. Heinz Herman in a bloody frenzy. He decapitated the popular doctor in his own home, near to the village. The models are cheaply made, but don't look all that old.
Май всичко. Явно тук ще влезем. Обаче това как ще го разкачим? Добре. Така. Нямаме какво да си кажем с тях вече.
I wouldn't.
Което е добре. Да го питам, виждал ли е? Искаш ли? Нож? Хляб? Не. Да снимам нещо. Така. Дайте да отидем пак да говорим с брат му. Да видим какво ще кажем. Сега вече като имаме нова информация.
Hello, Tom.
What's going on?
Кава мръсен.
Do you know anything about a black ball? It was stolen from the museum a few weeks ago.
I heard about it. It doesn't really interest me, frankly.
Добре.
You haven't told me you've got a brother.
Why should I? Half-witted brother isn't exactly something to shout about, is it?
He seems like a really nice guy.
If you only have to put up with him for a few hours, maybe he is. I've got to knock about with this stupid idiot. Day in and day out. He can't get a single thing right. But everybody fusses about him because he's got it so tough.
Aw, jealous?
Jealous of that idiot?
Does he live with you?
I've been lumbered with him since our parents died. He ought to be put into a home with all the other retards. But who's going to pay for all that?
Nice to hear how your family holds itself together. I need to get on.
Добре.
I don't mean to disturb.
Добре, аме... Добре. Точно на 58-та минута. Дайте да направим едно запазване на запис. Да се знаем. Окей, и тук ще приключим това епизодче и с всички от YouTube ще се видим в следващия. Чао и до скоро.